So welcome everyone to our roundtable, Get to Know Slovenia Unique Experiences. These stories capture the very essence of Slovenia, a land where creativity, authenticity and sustainability intertwine. Each experience invites travellers not just to visit but to feel Slovenia through its people, culture and nature. Today we're joined by four wonderful guests who live and breathe these stories. Marcia Klemencic from the Slovenian Tourist Board, Professor Terry Stevens, who is a global tourism expert and longtime friend of Slovenia and author of the recently published book The Spark and a Sense of Wonder, Tanya Soja from Tourism Bohin and Elizabeta Skamauch from Tourism Bled. So let us begin at the heart of it all. Marcia, every story begins with a spark. Could you share how Slovenia Unique Experiences first came to life, and what is it that inspired this journey toward boutique and authentic tourism?
Yes, so we started this journey and this label in 2018, 7 years ago, because at the time also our strategy defined that Slovenia should go into a more boutique sustainable development, which was already the case, but we wanted to focus on that a bit more even. And we didn't want it to be just a vision and a strategy, just too general. We really wanted something that would support our label. So we already have the label Slovenia Green that supports our, sustainable development. It shows why Slovenia is green, but we also wanted a label that would show our top quality experiences that we could then market very concretely. We needed a label that would bring out bookable, sellable experiences and that would support the label of quality Slovenian tourism. So this was the idea behind Slovenia Unique Experiences, and we also wanted to inspire our destinations and our businesses to start creating their own experiences to help us support our brand, because we do see Slovenia as a green boutique country, very focused on these individual experiences. I think this is really our USP, because Slovenia will never be a huge country, but we do have this diversity, this authenticity, and we wanted concrete, bookable experiences that we could then promote on foreign markets and that would reflect this spirit of Slovenia, not just in general, not only on the internet in some visions, but very, very concretely, to have something to offer to people who say, I've come to Slovenia to really experience this diversity, this small place between the Alps and the Mediterranean. What have you got that I can experience in a day, in 2 days, or in only 3 hours if I only have 3 hours?
Thank you so much. It's a wonderful initiative. And Terry, you've explored some extraordinary experiences around the world. What is it that inspired your book, The Spark and a Sense of Wonder, and why is it that Slovenia found such a special place within it?
I first came to Slovenia 50 odd years ago, 1970. You're all far too young. You were all not born then. And from day one, I found a part of the world that engaged you. It drew you in. And from those early days, I've watched with awe at the way in which Slovenia has developed as an independent country. It's your anniversary, 30th anniversary this year of the STB. And it was a country that was full of storytellers. We all travel for difference, and difference emerges when people tell the story of their place. And Slovenia and Slovenians excel in telling the story of their communities, their place, their culture and their heritage. And in a time when tourism's in transition, I always find that Slovenia is ahead of the game. I can honestly tell you, I've worked in 55 countries. Slovenia's strategy is 10 years ahead in terms of its philosophy and thinking about the future of tourism than anywhere else I've worked. So it's a benchmark. And when it emerged with their unique experiences, the Slovenian Unique Experiences, you realized that here was a tourist board in a country that recognized that if you curated really unique experiences, real, authentic, deep, profound experiences that touch the soul, that allow you to understand the pulse of a destination and a community, then you are allowing me to engage again. You are allowing me to explore and discover and find the difference. So we all travel for difference, and Slovenia, through its unique stories, its unique experiences, gives you that difference. And the unique experiences are just exceptional in their content, but perhaps more importantly, the way in which there are criteria which have to be adhered to allow an experience not to be merely just a great experience, but a unique Slovenian experience.
Thank you so much. And Elisabetta, one of the experiences that you offer is rowing with Olympic rowers on Lake Bled, which just sounds like the dream. Sport, heritage and emotion meeting all in one place. How did this idea emerge, and what do you find makes it resonate so strongly with visitors?
Thank you. So as Sir Terry mentioned, it's actually a story being told by a person, and this person is a Bled local. He's an ex-Olympian rower. He actually got the first medal in rowing for Slovenia in 1992. And this is Mr. Jani Klemenčič. And he actually wanted to tell his story and to share the mentality of a team sport. So he later on created this experience, combining his professional career and his later on hospitality career. And he created this amazing experience. And I would say it's not just because it's in Lake Bled, which is stunning, but also because it gives people a rare insight, a rare insight in how this elite sport and sportsmanship and teams work. So I think this is the essence of it.
And Marcia, how many Slovenia Unique Experiences are currently certified, and how does the selection process ensure their quality and authenticity?
So the process is quite long, and we would like to simplify it maybe in the future. At the moment, we have 32 experiences in our collection. It took 7 years for us to have 32 experiences, and there are several criteria, but also some conditions. Among conditions, there's 10 of them. We have, for example, one that says that the experience has to be on the market for at least a year before they apply to be able to join the collection, because this shows that it is able to stay on the market for at least a year before applying, so that it is sellable in a way. Also, they can use no plastic packaging. They have to have water that is, tap water that is drinkable. So they have to promote this sustainable aspect. Also, the experience has to be guided. So we do not accept any non-guided experiences, because we do put a lot of focus on this human factor. And I think tourism, it's all about hospitality, about people, because it's the people that make you feel like they're guests, like you're very welcome. And also a lot of our experiences that are guided, these guides are not only tourism guides, but they come from the region and from the industry. For example, we have one experience also in Terry's book. It's about submerged villages in Velenje that used to be a mining region, and the guide there is someone who used to work at the mine when he was younger, and when he's older, he cannot work at the mine anymore. So now he guides people around, and he tells them about his own experience also. So this guided aspect is very, very important. But most of all, what we look at in the criteria is that the experience has to be authentic. Of course, this is very, very difficult to put into writing or in criteria, because what exactly do you look at, and how do you give points to authenticity, So apart from conditions, we also have these criteria, and then we have a commission, or we have a group of experts of 5 people from different areas of tourism, who then decide on these experiences. They give points. They select which experiences do really merit to be Slovenia Unique Experience. And per year we have between about 25 to 30 applications every year, and only 3 to 6 experiences get awarded the label Slovenia Unique Experience. So it is very, very strict.
Thank you so much. And Tanya, are there any new experiences that you're dreaming up or preparing to launch soon in Bohin?
Always. Yes. I think there are 2 buzzwords that are very important still in this lifestyle, and those are stress and burnout, maybe. I think you all know them very well. And there's also a very simple remedy, and that's nature and forest. So one of the unique experiences is the Melody of the Forest, which explores, which is actually an immersive experience exploring a deeper connection with nature and how to get your health in balance, but it does it through the 5 senses, and it's a simple but very powerful experience that you can do for yourself. So if you're not just a regular tourist instantly buzzing through your checklists, then this is something that you can do, and it helps you just by the way doing more than just be in nature. It helps reduce your stress, it lowers your cortisol, it elevates your serotonin levels and things like that. So the benefits are there, and they are supported also by findings by good scientists. There's a big science behind it. So what we're trying to do is maybe find different products and experiences that will help you to experience even more. We developed a concept which is called the Julian Alp Sensory Adventure, and through the 5 senses you go really, really deep into our stories, which are not told just by the people but also by the culture and nature that we have around us. So our second aim is also to balance the impact that we have on the nature when we do experience it. So we try to educate maybe, but in a very, very non-invasive way, that you do have a deep impact on the forest or the nature when you go there. So maybe some animals are not keen of you being there. So we try to get the proper way how to immerse you, get you benefits, but then keep our living room intact.
Thank you so much. And Elisabetta, you've mentioned that visitors in Bled can also travel through time. Can you tell us a bit more about this idea and how it connects guests to the local history?
So yeah, Bled actually has 2 unique experiences, and the second one is actually quite cultural. It's in Budešće, a small town just outside Lake Bled. And there you have an old church and an old farm from the 17th century, where you're greeted by a local group in traditional clothing, and they take you back in time to see how the holidays in Slovenia were celebrated many, many years ago. And you get to know all of the folk songs, the dancing, the food, the customs. And the best thing about this, I think, is that you do not just observe it, but they invite you to dance with them and sing with them, and try the food and really have fun. So I think that's the most important thing, to get people involved so they can have a really, I would say, memorable experience.
Sounds wonderful. And Terry, in your eyes, what is it that makes Slovenia stand out among the many destinations you've worked with? I know you mentioned it's a benchmark for kind of being so far ahead, but what is it that gives it that sense of wonder?
It's all about people. Tourism is only and ever was and forever will be about people. And in Slovenia you have not only really nice people who engage, you have some real innovators. I mean, there's two sat over there. I mean, Clemens Langos in Bochum just thinks differently about tourism. And Tiet from Triglav National Park, you know, they're just innovators and fresh thinkers. And Slovenia is full of them. And it's that wonderful engagement that comes from confidence in knowing that the country is good and does good things, and the direction of travel is good. Now, one of the best experiences of the unique experiences that you'll have is a tour of the architecture of Plečnik, the famous Slovenian architect. And Plečnik once wrote, he said, experiences aren't about novelty. They're about giving you new perspectives. And that's what Slovenia does through its unique experiences. It gives you new perspectives on the place and people and culture and stories. So I kind of like to end by just saying, look, this book is a manifesto for change. It's about saying that Slovenia and other places that are focusing on storytelling and new experiences are, in my view, the future of tourism. So there's good ideas in here, there's the voices of different people. It's called Spark because there's a book you should all read called Interpreting Our Heritage, which was written in 1957. And it said our job as communicators and people working in tourism is simply to ignite a spark of curiosity. We travel for difference. Ignite that spark of curiosity. And sense of wonder comes from the wonderful lyrics of Van Morrison, a famous Irish singer, who said, "We exist to bring a sense of wonder." And that's what Slovenia does through its unique experiences, is deliver a sense of wonder. So a manifesto for change, and I hope you enjoy it. I think the answer is come and explore Slovenia, and particularly the unique experiences, and probably look at the model and see how it can be deployed elsewhere, because in my book, it's the future of where tourism needs to be going. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And finally, Masha, looking ahead, what are the future plans for Slovenia Unique Experiences, and how do you see the program evolving?
So we would like to have this program even communicated even more, to put even more focus on this type of experiences, because they really bring added value to Slovenian tourism. We would like to motivate more businesses to join, and to do this maybe we will simplify application process next year. We are talking about that because it takes a lot of time, because now we are really, it's very, very exigent. And then maybe there's one other thing. So today we only allow experiences that are really very, very, you know, they are huge and they are complex and they're very, very typical. But maybe there is also a need for experiences that would reflect this local character, but in a smaller way. So for people who only have 2 or 3 hours at a destination, they do not have the whole day. So maybe there's one other niche of development. So we would have maybe then another level of local experiences. But this is only an idea. We do not want to bring another label or to multiply the labels. This is just something we are thinking about. So not only really exclusive experiences for only people who have a lot of money, although even now you can find cheaper experiences, but maybe, you know, to bring it more to the people, even more than it is now.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for sharing your inspiring insights and your passion for this beautiful destination. So Slovenia Unique Experiences clearly show that the country's greatest treasures lie in its people, creativity and authenticity. And to our audience, you can find out more at slovenia.info. Thank you all very much. Perfect. And just before everyone takes their headphones off, because it's easier for me to talk you through this whilst you can all hear me. So the second part of this we'll be dividing everyone into 4 groups, and then you'll each go and set out to explore 4 of Slovenia's unique experiences with some of the destinations. So each group will then have to create kind of Instagram stories with the hashtag ifeelslovenia, and the best one, there's a chance to win a trip to Slovenia. So it's a little bit of a competition. And everyone gets a copy of Terry's wonderful book. Perfect, thank you.